Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is of course V, and to all the returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for returning. Thank you for staying subscribed. We are on road to 100 subscribers. Hopefully, maybe by the time I upload this video, I'm joking. But anyways, to anybody watching this for the first time, please stay, please subscribe, please tell your friends about V Speaks, comment, like, subscribe, share. Yeah, so today's topic is feel your feelings. So how I came about this topic was that I struggle with feeling my feelings, guys. I struggle with feeling them. I struggle with expressing them also. Like, I'm learning how to express my feelings and how to say what I'm feeling to someone when they do something to me or when they hurt me. I'm learning. I'm really learning. It's not easy to talk about my feelings, I think I'm just really bad at articulating them, in my own opinion. But yeah, man, so I just wanted to do this topic because I'm in this journey where I'm finally saying what I think to people. Like, if you hurt me, I'm gonna tell you, you hurt my feelings that day when we were hanging out, or if you're hurting my feelings now as we're sitting, I'm gonna be like, I don't like you saying that. Why are you saying that? Or if something is happening and we're having a disagreement and we're trying to sort it out, I must say, yeah, no, but next time, it's very hard to set boundaries like that. It's very hard to say what you're feeling to someone, because most of the time I feel like when I was younger, my feelings were a bit invalidated, and so I grew up with this thing. If I say what I think, I'm gonna be crucified. So rather to keep the peace, let me just not say how I'm feeling and bottle things up, and that's really not healthy. Maybe it's one of the reasons why I also don't cry. I can't get myself to feel my feelings to an extent that I'm gonna cry, because it's just too difficult for me to cry. Because when I used to cry, my mom used to say, "Ulelang," like she used to be like, "No, we don't cry here." And my mom, it took me almost 16 years to see my mom actually cry on key, like on the spot, like actually crying. And when I used to see her cry like that, it used to shock me, because it's the same woman that used to be like, crying is for the weak. Instead of crying, go solve that problem, okay? There's no time to cry now. So yeah, I'm really learning, and having people who are very sensitive in my life is helping me to feel free to express my feelings. So feeling your feelings means acknowledging and experiencing your emotions rather than suppressing or ignoring them. It's about recognizing the physical sensations and thoughts associated with emotions like sadness, anger, or joy, and allowing yourself to fully experience them in the present moment. This practice can lead to better emotional regulation, improved mental health, and a great sense of self-awareness. So harboring your feelings can make your sadness, your anger more. For me, if I keep quiet and I don't say what I'm thinking and I don't say what I'm feeling, it builds resentment. I've noticed that I'm resenting you. Like, the more you do something to me and I keep saying, okay, it's fine, it's cool, I'm getting mad. Like, inside, I'm boiling. Like, inside, I'm counting. Hangman, or go draw hangman. Can take it closer, stick, say one until it's done. When they say, like, when you're in a relationship, you should write their name down, and every time they do something, you remove one letter. Yeah, that's me. I will be making notes that, this date went so, and then when I cut you off, you won't know. I won't give you an explanation. And I feel like that's not okay. I feel like as adults, we need to learn how to speak and say, hey, that's not cutting it for me. Like, what you're doing is not feeling right to me. Can we find better ways to deal with certain things without hurting each other, instead of just harboring those feelings, and then when you see this person, you're like, sis, moto. Or when you see their text, you're just like, and then what does this person want? So it is important to feel your feelings because it helps with emotional processing. Suppressing emotions can lead to them resurfacing later, potentially with greater intensity. Allowing yourself to feel emotional, even a difficult, well, allowing yourself to feel an emotion, even a difficult one, helps you to process it and move forward. Like I said, the next time me mutu aita one small thing that they've done, that they've been doing things to you, the little thing that they do that gets you off the edge, it would be a small thing, now you're blowing up. Why? Because you're failing to tell someone that, hey, you're pissing me off. Rather just be pissed off now and solve it now, instead of having to now argue, now work through things and all that. But also, feelings depend on who you are safe with, so it is also important to have people that you can give your feelings to on a silver platter, and they can hold your feelings and be like, you know what, I'm taking accountability that I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you're talking to someone who doesn't have proper emotional intelligence, it's very hard to express our feelings. So there's many factors as to why we hold things in. Number 2, emotional awareness. Paying attention to your feelings helps you understand your emotional landscape, identify triggers, and make more informed decisions. Sometimes people will trigger you. They will trigger you. Something will trigger you. But mostly umuntu will trigger something in you that you've buried years ago. Manje, you are blowing up about the thing that you've been suppressing 10 years ago and the thing that's happening now. You can't even differentiate. Why? Because you're not aware of the fact that you're harboring. So when you sit down and you identify exactly why you're feeling triggered by this current situation that's triggering you from something that happened in the past, you are able to find a solution as to how you are going to deal with that matter. Improved mental health. Regularly acknowledging and processing emotions can reduce stress, anxiety, and the likelihood of developing mental conditions. With a specific person, when I was not talking about things that they would do to hurt me, I would think about them a lot. Every day would be something that's consuming me. And recently, when I started saying something like, no, this hurt me, it helped me to stop thinking about that thing, over-analyzing it, dissecting it, putting it into 3 columns, overthinking about that thing. And that affected my mental health because I started becoming depressed. Other things were also happening that week that built up, including what I was feeling about this person. So it will improve your mental health in terms of the fact that when you let go of something, of a grudge or whatever, you feel free. You're setting yourself free. How to actually feel your feelings. A guide to processing your feelings. So now I know, Hore, I'm telling you feel your feelings, but it's better to just give you a guide, give you tips on how you can start feeling your feelings and stop suppressing. The feelings due for depression, the feelings due for anxiety. Feelings can also cause physical illnesses. Hey, I've learned that feelings can cause physical illnesses. Your heart will explode. Broken heart syndrome. Because when you are not feeling. Yeah? Most of us know that feeling our feelings is important, but we don't know why, and we especially don't know how. Here's your guide to re-relating to and actually processing your emotions. So it's gonna come in forms of bullet points and questions. So question number 1, what is the point of emotions? It helps to think of emotions as a language of your body, a way to giving feedback on what's happening around you and how your body is feeling about it, giving you a specific set of experiences, or if you have more of a science mind, think of them as data points indicating what you might need more or less of in your life. Emotions both move the body and inform the mind. And then next is emotions communicate our needs and what's important to us. Emotions indicate a need for something in our lives, and the intensity of the emotion often, but not always, relates to how much it matters to us. Emotions drive us into action and guide the decisions we make. We feel, like feeling hungry guides you to eat. Experiencing emotions directs you to make decisions to meet the needs, calling it out. Number 3 or 4, wait, 1, 2. I think this is 3. Oh, so what's the point of emotions is a bullet point, and then the rest you'll see with the subtitles, okay? Emotions can connect us to ourselves and to others. The vulnerable space of emotions is where we connect through empathy and shared experience to our authentic selves and other people. The problem with suppressing your feelings. While not always pleasant, it's easy to see why the messages our emotions communicate are important. When we ignore stuff or close off from our emotions, we also get disconnected from our needs and the needs of others and what matters to us. Like a traveler without a map, this may lead us into wrong direction, making decisions that aren't right for us or others. And it's not just mental. Studies have shown that suppressing our feelings, our emotional responses, has a physical effect as well, suggesting that emotional suppression is better for you, for your overall health and wellness. So emotional expression, is better for your overall health and wellness. So the more you hold in those feelings, the more you have headaches, nausea, your chest is painful, weird things are just happening in your body. When you're not thinking, it's because of the stress, of the feelings that you are suppressing, of the things that are happening to you in the world that are weighing in you, and you're not saying anything about them. It is very important to talk. It is very important to express, but most importantly, it's also important to have a safe space. I know that it's not easy to express ourselves because we feel like we don't have safe spaces, but I feel like sometimes you need to test the people around you. You need to test your surroundings. You need to open up to someone that you feel like you can't open up to, and see their reaction, to see that, oh, this is a safe space. Open up to someone else, and if their reaction is good enough, you're like, okay, this one, it seems like it's good for me to talk to them. For example, my safe space is Kutlwano. One thing about my best friend, she's my safe space emotionally. I can talk to that girl. That girl has known me very long time, and I can talk to her about anything. If I start feeling a tiny bit of depression and I can see that the light is dimming, and I feel like, you know what, here I'm gonna need someone to talk to, I talk to my best friend. I will text her and be like, hey girl, so yeah, it's getting a bit dark. And I talk to her and I tell her every single thing I'm feeling. By the end of that conversation, I will be revived. I will be a better person, a new person. It's really not easy to find a person who you can lay all your cards on the table for. It's not easy for people to really process other people's feelings. Some people are very self-centered, so everything has to be about them. You need to be listening to their problems. You need to be listening to everything that's happening to them, but they never really make space for other people's feelings besides themselves. So I understand why it is very difficult for us to feel our feelings, but I feel like we can find ways to maneuver these things. We can find ways to find safe spaces for ourselves. We can find our people. I have a person that I'm learning to talk to. I'm learning to express. It's not easy, but mostly I also have other friends where I talk to. I can tell them, hey, this week, wow, you know, and they will cheer me up, they will make sure I'm good, they will make sure I'm okay, you know. So yeah, man, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know 15 minutes is long, but this is a very important thing that I'm very sensitive about, which is feelings. And it's something that it's a journey that I'm going through, you know, because everything in our lives is a journey, especially when it comes to ourselves, because most of the time we are selfless people. We don't really think for ourselves, we're always thinking about the next person. So it's also important to be selfish sometimes. Selflessness can be a huge sacrifice, but being selfish can sacrifice maybe other people. From you sacrificing a person, you're not sacrificing you, you know. So yeah, man, I hope you guys comment, like, subscribe. See you on the next We Speak Sit Down.